Hi, Nick. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Hi, I'm Anya, founder and CEO of Taylor. Today you have Laurie, who is a seasonal reporter, and she will be leading questions away.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.
So, my first question, as you know, this is for research. So, as I write my story, I'm going to pitch it to several magazines. How did you get involved in fashion, and what inspired you to launch your apparel brand?
Yeah, for sure. I've actually been in the apparel industry my whole career, on the sourcing and supply chain side. And I've worked for huge companies, started at Ralph Lauren and then moved over to Gap. And being on that side of the business, one of the things that was abundantly clear and also kind of off-putting to me was to see how everything was so cost and speed focused. And when you're operating as such, that clearly comes at the expense of the people making your products. So I knew I wanted to do things a different way. And that really helped foster the relationships with our suppliers, our fabric developers, our cut and sew manufacturers, and really taking a focus on um, supply chain transparency, but also very intent focus on the materials that we use. So always had a clear vision for what I wanted Wise River to be. And as an outdoor brand, our tagline is actually outdoor gear that's kind of the outdoors. And as outdoors men and women, which we are, and our customer base very much is, I definitely see it as our responsibility to preserve what we love. So with that comes the materials. Everything we source, we're strategic and deliberate. We want our products to serve several end uses, stuff that you can beat up outdoors, but still looks good for everyday life. Something you can also wear to an office or out to dinner and not feel out of place in any of those settings. And so with that, it's the sustainability through versatility notion, but also our sustainable story can really be seen throughout our supply chain, using only organic cotton in our products. We're at about 90% recycled polyester and nylon in our products. Our flagship products, which is the Downing shirt, is made from Tencel. This hat I'm wearing right now is made from hemp. So really key focus on the materials that we're using as well.
Mhm. So in addition to the sustainable materials that you use, what are some, in terms of design, what are some distinct elements that make up your brand's aesthetic?
Yeah, so it's evolving a little bit, but I really love tying things back with earth tones. So a lot of the products that we have are definitely a little more muted in color. As we evolve and as we grow, we are expanding our assortments and seeing where trends are taking us. But one thing that is a constant with all of our products, particularly our button downs, is um, we use coconut buttons in all of our products. And, not only are they a much more eco-friendly alternative to your standard petroleum buttons, I really think they just have this beautiful, uh, earthy color to them, and serves as a really nice contrast to all of our products, whether that's a light green solid button down or a more vibrant red plaid shirt. Um, and other things, really try to key in on tying our trims back with earth tones. So you'll see a lot of contrasting like tan and brown trims. So just like that really earthy look that ties us back to our mission of being a company that does right by the outdoors.
How do you make buttons from coconuts?
They're made from the resin from coconut shells,
Interesting.
and they are super durable also. Yeah, but I love the color of them, and everyone is a little different. So some will have this really cool marbled look, and then others are just this like really solid, beautiful brown, like you would see in a coconut shell.
How did you get the inspiration?
Um,
Backed by the coconut? No.
um, well, we definitely our suppliers have that expertise in creating the buttons from the coconut shells. But yeah, I wanted to look for eco-friendly alternatives throughout our supply chain wherever possible. And when that took me to coconut buttons and just seeing how great they look, that was an easy decision from there.
So any waste that is produced during production, I know that sustainable brands, they always make sure they can be circular and, you know, reduce their waste, but it's impossible to be 100% sustainable in fashion. So are there anything you do to offset your carbon footprint or waste production made during manufacturing?
So can definitely answer that question in a couple different ways. One of them being how we repurpose actual production waste. So one of the things that we have done in the past and we're looking to do more of is take our scraps from production waste and figure out a way to reuse them. So one thing we've done in the past is we've taken uh, scraps from our button-down shirt materials, and we've tried to minimize waste by uh, cutting those into a pocket and sewing them onto a t-shirt. So we've got these cool solid colored tees with pockets from our plaid shirts as a way to minimize the waste that we're producing during the production process. Other things throughout our supply chain, one thing that we are strategic on and also deliberate on is working to source and manufacture in the same region. This helps minimize GHG emissions from the logistics process. So like we're trying, for instance, a lot of our fabrics come from Taiwan. They're the global leader in performance fabrics, but also one of the global leaders in developing eco-friendly materials. So our principal cut and sew facility is in Taiwan as well, because this way we don't have to put it on a plane and ship it to Central or South America, or put it on a boat and send it to another region of Asia. We can just put it on a truck 30 minutes down the road and minimize our emissions in that regard. And yeah, we have another factory that we love that's based in Honduras, and um, the go forward plan with that is to only source from Central America for products that we place in our Honduras factory.
Very cool.
I-
Go ahead.
It's just I'm originally from Taiwan. Next time I'm back in town with visit my parents, I'm happy to carry some back to you guys.
Um, I would love that. Yeah, our facility is in Kaohsiung, which I
Oh,
got to visit last year, and just such a cool, beautiful city.
well, Laurie, the Kaohsiung is more like Miami compared to US. So it's a nice place. Next time, when you go to Kaohsiung, you should definitely go on the beach.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So in terms of Taylor, what benefits do you see your partnership with Taelor offering your customers?
Yeah, so when I had my first conversation with Anya and Phoebe, it just seems like such a natural fit based on what they were building and how they described their customer to me. And I think our gear really complements their customer really well, with our focus on versatility. I know their customer is generally somebody who's very busy, and leans on them to help uh, curate a wardrobe, so to speak. And given our style, which really blends in across any setting, which is exactly what we're going for, and the materials that we use, we create super versatile products that suit the super versatile lifestyle that their community um, experiences daily.
I feel like versatility is also something that a lot of sustainable brands could really adapt into their product, because to be sustainable, you have to be versatile and you have to be adaptable. So I feel like that complements Taylor very well as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
We do see a lot of customers looking for more. They can go on the data and go to work and wearing the same thing. And now with people working from home, the lines become a lot more blurred. So yes, so Rice River is one of our most popular brands on the platform, and customers really love it.
Oh, that's great to know.
yeah, super exciting to hear. And yeah, I mean, sustainability can take so many different forms, and as it becomes increasingly more important, companies try to discuss the ways that they are sustainable. And some of it's authentic. Unfortunately, some of it is not. But yeah, I mean, the sustainability through versatility story is something that we live by in our product development process, and we are also like using the proper materials is a non-negotiable for us. That's where we start. So I can fortunately say that we are we stay true to our mission in checking both of those boxes.
Materials are super important, especially when you want to be traceable for clients who want to know like what's in this shirt that I'm wearing. Like, am I contributing to, greenwashing or overproduction? So that's definitely good to know. And before we go, well, actually, my last question is, do you have anything else you want to share with our audience, or anything that you have planned for the future for the brand?
I will, so I'll plug our brand bestseller is our Downing shirts, long sleeve button down shirts in that again made from Tencel. So amazing fabric, has some nice stretch to it, really versatile. And we launched our new short sleeve version of that shirt called the Welton shirt. And that actually, we went with only print patterns as opposed to plaid patterns with that shirt. But since we released that, that is now outselling the Downing shirt. So we feel really excited in that product too, and will certainly be a core collection item for us going forward.
Interesting. And is that also available on Taylor?
I don't think it has gotten there yet, but Anya and Phoebe, I am happy to have that conversation.
Oh, for sure. Yes, thank you. Yes. All right.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Nick. With that's Rice River.